Yo, what it do? It's your boy Cooper's Capers back at it again with the fucked up recording.
It was my fault this time.
Yeah, guess who just played through the entire first level again? Because this game autosaves, and I want to show y'all the glory of this beautiful game. You're welcome.
And it is a very pretty game. No, genuinely though, I do like how Australian blah is. Just.
Yeah, you can't say blah without like sounding at least a little bit Australian.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about indigenous
we
names and shit. Just, you know, they.
Oh, you little ripper-die! You found a fair dinkum rainbow scale! When you find enough, take them to the Bunyip Elder at Rainbow Cliffs.
So I've never actually collected enough of these to know what they do, but I still pick them up because they're shiny. So are we gonna go to shipwreck? Oh no, fuck that level. We're going to this one over here.
Get it? Shipwrecks?
Yeah, and there's a character named Rex in it. Gwah.
Great.
Oh, smell that fresh rainforest there. See the cute wallabies.
Yeah, you're right. They are wallabies.
Slippery water
Yeah, told you.
slide.
So I figured out the sound issue from last time. Now I can hear the game as well. Hopefully my recorder thing can too. No promises though, ever-fucking-dently. Kinda forgot to press the record button, everybody. I'm upset.
I suggested a break, but no, Hunter just wants to carry on, angry at me.
Yeah, I'm letting the anger fuel me so that I can better play this shitty shit. By the way, is the timer on?
Yeah, the timer's on. We're at 1 minute and 45.
All right, cool. Hey. So,
existence is
Everything's
meaningless,
running.
kids.
so this is the female love interest. She's not Daisy Duke.
Yeah, I can tell that.
But if that isn't bad,
She, reminds me a lot of just, like, every generic fucking, like, these kind of games
you reckon you can give her a hand?
outfitted.
So I had you look up what a blue lizard was in the first record, but I didn't listen to your answer. The fuck is a blue lizard?
You know, I didn't actually, like, look at what a blue lizard is. I just confirmed that it was a thing and not just some bullshit. Let me click on the Wikipedia article.
Fair enough. Before we get into more spicy topics, I do have to ask Kyle, have you injected your daily dose of Clorox?
Okay, now, look. Now, I will admit that even though I couldn't have voted, maybe we shouldn't have voted for Trump. Maybe, I think at this point, it's fair enough to say that maybe that was a mistake.
I mean, devil's advocate, right? I heard from somewhere, not a reputable source by any means, but definitely somewhere, that
What do you mean?
he
Ever
was
since Trump got elected, no source is reputable. It's all fake news.
It is. He was saying that to an off-screen like research assistant or some shit, and he was trying to repeat the information back to them as a sort of like a, all right, wait, so you just said this, da 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 da, is that right? Question mark. And he wasn't actually saying that legitimately.
Well,
But
yeah.
I don't know the validity of that statement, if any.
I mean, you know, the fucking fucked up part is, like, there really isn't...
Fucking fucked up. You being all slurry. Cute.
Yeah, I had my Monster Zero Ultra. Now I'm all caffeine drunk.
Okay, boomer.
Yes. Yeah.
The fucking fucked up part.
The fucking fucked up part is there really isn't any, like, solid way to deal with Corona. Like, people, you know, ignorant people such as my grandmother are like, oh, it's okay, you know, it's just a seasonal thing. As soon as summer comes in, it'll get rid of the virus. And it's like, you know, like, the temperatures the virus dies at are also the temperatures humans die at, right? Like, this is basically...
Did your grandma watch this, by the way?
No.
I'm gonna tell your grandma to watch this. This episode explicitly.
I've already let her know that she doesn't know what she's talking about when it comes to the virus.
Did you give her that okay, boomer, or did you give her an even spicier be silent generation?
It's great. It's great. And she is silent generation, so.
Yeah, that was the joke.
No. Like, again, people are just scared and confused right now and hoping for any answer to end it. And it's like, look, you know, people are gonna keep dying unless we're all willing to let the economy crash for about 2 years until there's a vaccine. And guess what? The elites aren't willing to let that happen. So, and like there's people that are in the streets protesting, begging to go back to work for their overlords. So like, you know what? You know, I don't know why I keep fooling myself into thinking there is hope for humanity, because there really isn't. There really just fucking isn't any hope.
I think someone just screamed outside my window, and I really hope that gets picked up on the record.
I didn't hear it, so...
Ah, shame.
Like, what kind of scream?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've got my headphones on, so it's kind of hard to tell if there's, you know, another world.
Your roommate is being murdered in the other room, and you're just not gonna pay attention to it.
Ah, should be right. My door's locked. So, anyways, I'm kind of upset that that you named the last episode the Midnight Gospel, because because I went out of my way. Oh, hold on. This is the other character.
The other of which there are only like 4 in this game.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
G'day, Ranger Ken.
Need a favour, mate.
I love G'day, Kaba.
Cave bats in there.
Cave bats!
I'm guessing he's supposed to be like that Australian myth of the skunk-ape.
I think it might be like a badger or something.
You know, yeah, it could just be like a big, oversized badger. I mean, this game has fucking bunyips, and I don't think those are real, but...
I don't know what a bunyip's supposed to be. But anyways, I took your advice, and I started watching The Midnight Gospel. And I didn't stop watching The Midnight Gospel. I finished the series in one sitting.
That's, I mean, it's not like
yeah.
a long series to get through, but I'm glad you did.
No, it's only one season.
Has your
if you
soul
haven't
been
seen-
thoroughly enriched?
Yes, actually. If you haven't seen it, listeners, you got Kyle's recommendation last time on Dragon Ball Z, but now you're getting mine, which is worth more. So go watch it, and then come back and watch this, and you'll understand what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, so... what was your favorite episode? Not that I already know for several reasons.
The prison episode.
Yeah, I figured that would be your favorite. Should we elucidate on why?
Well, gonna be honest, I don't have the words to explain why the prison episode is my favorite.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't tell you if I tried.
Yeah, he could. It would just take about 3 hours and you taking some weird substances. No, but
Yeah, but to not talk about the specifics of the show and talk broadly, I really liked it. I felt like I was enthralled throughout the entirety of it, and I gotta say the best part was that every single episode, every bit of that show, not every bit, obviously, but the vast majority of that show actually gave me something to think about. Like, people say Rick and Morty is intelligent television. That's wrong. It's dumb, funny shit joke. This is intelligent television in, you know, the least condescending way possible that I can say that.
yeah, well,
Like, there is a takeaway from the show, and it's whatever you want it to be, per se.
yeah, basically. I mean, when people say that Rick and Morty is a smart show, which, by the way, can we fucking dig at those people really quick? Because, oh my fucking god.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm fucking Pickle Rick Ree.
Oh, God. Yeah. Smartest show ever. Whatever.
People actually got fucking tattoos of Pickle Rick, dude. Oh my god. Like, boomers even. Like,
Interesting.
It's,
Interesting.
The sad curse of Rick and Morty is just that, it is an intelligent show in that it actually has some sort of, like, better structure than fucking, like, Family Guy and stuff.
Right, but back to Midnight Gospel for a minute, right?
Yeah.
As a broad overview, every episode delves into a different way of thinking about the world, kind of. Not about the world more, it's about yourself. The entire show can be summed up by saying it's a documentary on, God, what's the word I was thinking of? I said it twice in the last record. Like introspection, but not that word.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness, thank you.
Yeah.
It is a documentary on mindfulness and the different ways to achieve that and different ways of thinking about what mindfulness is, why you might want it, why it might be good for you. And I had a lot to think about watching that show, and I had quite a few takeaways, and for that, I'm really glad I watched it.
Yeah, no, it's something that I think you were saying last time, although sort of in a hesitant way to say so, something that everybody needs to watch.
Yeah, but I'll get on that in a second. I do have 2 problems with the show, though.
Go ahead.
Right. The first one being that we already mentioned Rick and Morty because we mentioned it last time in the record. Thanks, Kyle. Hold on.
Here's something for your troubles.
Oh, you beauty.
You beauty.
People say that some people, not everybody, obviously. By the way, there are leeches in this level, and you can't kill them with your boomerang. You have to bite them.
That seems counterintuitive for how you would deal with leeches.
I don't know. Leeches might be delicious. Have you ever tried one?
I mean, they're just basically like a flesh thing that sucks blood. So do you like the taste of other things' blood or even your own, Hunter?
So you're saying it's a woman? No. What was I saying? It was super important, probably.
You were talking about
yes,
your
that's
2
right.
flaws.
So you know how some people they watch Rick and Morty and they get really snarky and up their own asses about it, right? They get really like, oh, it's intelligent comedy. I wouldn't understand.
You have to have at least
My
a really high
IQ is so high. Like that, those kind of people. I feel like some of the people who might watch this show may have the sort of like a takeaway, but spiritually as opposed to intellectually, as they do in Rick and Morty.
Well,
like they get all snobbish about how enlightened they are. Like, oh, I'm so spiritually in tune because I saw the Midnight Gospel.
Well, those cunts are always
And-
gonna exist for everything. You gotta understand.
Yeah, but the problem with like it's part of the major fan base of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, so far I haven't seen much fanboyism for. Oh God, it's a turkey.
Isn't the show like 4 days old though?
It's 6 days old now, so we just gotta wait on that. Apparently, it's like Netflix's #2 show right now, so at least it's
Good.
doing good. Yeah,
Good.
No, good. Came out at the perfect time where all viewership is gonna be boosted anyway for global event reasons.
I somehow doubt that, but whatever.
Hey man, fucking.
But yeah, no, definitely go watch it. Seriously, right now. If you haven't yet, stop. That's more important. I'll take the dive for this. Stop watching my shit and go watch that shit. It's good.
Yeah. Although I will say, comparing it. Ooh.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Yeah, I got the Rona.
Yeah,
I haven't
a little bit.
injected today's Clorox or stood underneath the UV light.
One thing we should mention that is distinctly different from Rick and Morty, though, is like you say that people will get all up about themselves about being more spiritually enlightened than others for having watched the show. And they will, because those people always exist for everything. However, I will say, in a way that's different than Rick and Morty just uses, like, scientific concepts and, like, warps them more to fit with the show's narrative and rather than actually trying to make the show's narrative fit with those scientific concepts like something like Star Trek might do.
Right.
Whereas Midnight Gospel sort of the visuals and the podcast are almost separate entirely because podcast, it's whatever.
Yeah, because what's his name? I wanted to say Dan Harmon for a minute there because obviously I did. Why am I forgetting his name? I love this guy.
The guy that does the voice for
The guy, the Adventure Time guy, Pendleton Ward.
Yeah.
There we go. Pendleton Ward is a fucked up man who took this lovely podcast and has done some fucked up shit with it, and I love every second of it.
Yeah, it's really good shit. But again, okay, Rick and Morty is more or less just here's a bunch of funny, wacky shit. Also, we kind of are fanboys of science, and then people run away with that thinking that they're better people, intelligently about science. Whereas this one actually does, in some ways, talk about spiritual and mindful shit. And not so much of like, here's what you should do, but more of here's what these people are doing, and here's our thoughts on this. And then you
Yeah,
can
that's
take
what's so
away-
great. Like, every episode they have a different guest on, obviously, and these guests, they've all kind of come to the same conclusion, but the paths they took to get there are so varied and diverse.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and the people they bring on are so violently interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I've wanted to go and just look these people up to see what more they're about, just because of the stuff they brought up on the show intrigued me.
Yeah.
Like the magic guy. Oh,
Yeah, dude, the fucking guy that practices... The guy from Arkansas that practices ceremonial magic. Fucking hell. And who would have thought that you can take... Because, you know, most people that... Again, here's just the problem with people in general, is that most people are shit. And, like,
Yeah.
you know, the typical person that practices ceremonial magic, you'd think, oh, they're basically just some, like, groupie pagan that doesn't really know what they're doing.
well, you're saying that, Kyle, though, because you're out group. You haven't practiced serial magic. You don't know.
That's
They might all
fair.
be as enlightened as our friend here. Like, if you think generalizing Buddhists, I mean, generalizing the modern day Buddhists, they're all just like, you know, cunts who don't eat meat or whatever. But I guess I did it myself then, didn't I? But anyways, carry on with your thought.
Yeah, just,
G'day, Shazza.
but
Oh,
to the layman,
Ah,
you
Ty,
wouldn't
am I
think
glad
that
to see you.
us saying
You
somebody
know,
that
keeping those
practices
good times
ceremonial
left in the back
magic
while I fill up my water
kind of has
bottle?
an idea of, like,
Thanks, Possum.
philosophy about life that isn't just based around their magic. In fact, it's more of he uses
boulders with you,
magic
so they
to
knock
be
the
a better
blue tongues out of the
person more
way.
than focusing on the magic. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
which is
To my second point,
yeah. Go ahead.
of why I might think the show might be a problem. I was trying to. You said for me earlier. You literally took the words right out of my mouth before I could say them on record. I hesitate to say this because it's it's so broad, but I think everyone should watch this show, right?
Right.
But the problem with that is it's a really, really gross and gory show that would turn a lot of people off. And I don't know, if that's you, stick it out. Trust me. Hold on for the first 3 episodes. If you're watching the 3rd episode and you're not into it, then fair enough. Stop. Go do something else. Read some
Yeah.
Nietzsche, I don't know.
Thanks,
Well, if anything, if you ask me, I think it's more trying
Alright,
to
the crate.
reach
You
the
want it?
people
Shoot,
that
Ripper.
would be interested
I better get a
in,
move on.
like
That's
I in violence and, well, the thing is, the show's not even really that violent, and you know,
I
let's be honest
don't
here,
know
like-
about that.
don't get me wrong. But it's not like you're the visuals.
It's not
are,
violence for violence' sake,
yeah,
per se.
The visuals are far and away, like, not the main point of the show. And, like, you say that people might be turned off because it's, like, violent and it explores, like, weird, icky
Well, I mean, like, it's not
subjects.
even the violence that's the bad. It's just, like, there's a lot of gross imagery in the show.
Yeah.
The entirety of the show takes place inside of a placeholder for a vagina, so...
A giant synthetic vagina that is in itself a multiverse simulator. That
Yes.
the character sticks his head in, like his entire head.
yeah.
Now, granted, that's joyful to somebody like me that does like fucked up imagery, but you're right. Not everybody will like that. But I think if anything, it's going more for the people that would like that messed up imagery and is trying to hook them in with the spirituality rather than the other way around.
That seems fair, I suppose.
Um,
Yeah, no, I just really love it because, again, it gave me so much to think about. I'm still mulling over. I'm having trouble focusing, partially because I'm angry, partially because I'm really hungry, and partially because I want to say like a fifth of my mind is just thought on,
Race, brah.
I do think of the world like that, don't I?
I?
Maybe I should try this. Can I try that? Etc.
right. Well, think of the world like what exactly for clarification?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't want to speak just because it's all revealed in the show, and they can articulate it far better than I can.
Right. Well, just give like a little example.
Just the core premise of the show, which which is essentially live in the now and figure your own shit out, mate.
Yeah, basically.
Like, just trying to wrap your head around that, trying to wrap my own head around mindfulness.
Yeah.
As such a large concept that's been talked at me for, I mean, all of my adult life.
Well, yeah, but you and I also put ourselves in circumstances where people would be talking to us about a greater meaning in life. Whereas I think personally, like, I think a lot of people aren't, you know? Like, a lot of people just really don't think about day-to-day life beyond, hey, you know, struggle for this, go to work, buy this and that, buy, you know, they're so stuck up with materialism and stuff instead of actually, as the old saying goes, stopping to smell the roses, you know?
Yeah, I know. What kind of makes me sad is that I know for a fact this is going to happen for probably the vast majority of people. They're going to watch it, and they're going to go, huh, can't believe my boyfriend made me watch that, and then they're never going to think about it again.
Yeah.
And I know my girlfriend's going to be upset because I said that, because she right now watching this, she probably thinks I'm talking about her.
No,
but I haven't watched it with you yet, babe, so we have yet to see.
Yeah. No, you're lucky in that your girlfriend isn't a basic bitch. Like.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
No, but that's like I said, like it's not even really a gender or a race or nationality
of course,
or
it's just
ethnicity issue. It's just like I said, a lot of people are just pretty basic, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, you know, we can source all the world's problems back to overpopulation, man. There's just too many fucking people.
I mean, I think we could source all the world's problems back to cuntiness. Like, that was a major theme in my favorite episode and the entire show. Just don't be a fucking cunt, mate. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and I mean, like that. You can tell that
And it was like a side theme. It wasn't even the main point of the episode.
Yeah.
Like that's how unstated it has to be.
Yeah. Well, and that's another nice thing, too, is, like, you have... Like, I say that, you know... let me give one big flaw that I have with the show, because I haven't said it on this record yet, said it on the previous one. I find one issue that I had was that there's... With both the audio and the visuals, there's always just so much fucking going on, you know? And, like, it's not that that's a huge issue, but... Both the audio and visuals are so well done that you don't want to miss a single moment of any of it. So,
and they tell the same story, but they tell different stories as well, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned on the last episode, it's like, it's pretty meta, because the whole thing is like a podcast that's animated, and then, and in the sort of in-universe thing, because they do break, you know,
Yeah, they break the fourth wall a couple times.
Yeah, they break the fourth wall several times, but I mean, generally it's like, you know, it is a show, it's not just like one long podcast that people have spliced together and stuff. Like, there are showy elements to it, but within the show, the main character is also hosting his own podcast.
So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time, by the way?
We are
about
at
done
like
with this level.
22 minutes.
22 minutes? All right.
Yeah. 23 and a half. But no, there's just always so much going on. The show, unlike even shows like Rick and Morty, unlike you know, insert show here, Family Guy, Simpsons. Although before modern Simpsons was a lot more subtle and had a lot of rewards for paying attention to the show. But just this show demands so much of your attention
oh yeah, I physically could not pick up my phone the entirety of watching it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really, really cool, actually.
Yeah, no.
Like, there are only a few shows nowadays, and they have to be solid that because, you know, I am a person today. I'm addicted to my phone. And I hate to admit that,
yeah,
but
no, me too.
And to just sit there for what, a half an hour episode, 9 episodes, sit there for like 5 hours straight, just enraptured with everything coming off the screen, almost to like a religious fervor. Not actually, but nah.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed with that. Just the ability to maintain attention.
Yeah, that's a nice. it's both a blessing and a curse that nowadays we have so much media to choose from, so many different varieties of shit to look at, that to have something truly be good, it has to be really good, and this is really good.
Yeah,
like,
this is definitely that.
And you don't even have to be like a mega nerd like we are to like it, like, because it does appeal to just basic human condition. Well, you missed one on this.
Yeah, I meant to go to the left.
Uh,
And they meet back up in the middle here.
Okay.
So.
Like, you don't even have to be a mega nerd like we do to enjoy this. It appeals so much
yeah, it
to
appeals to everyone who can stomach gore.
Well, and
if you can't, hey, honestly, advice: if you can't stomach the gore, shut your eyes. Seriously, close your eyes and watch the entire episode like that. It'll still be a treat.
Well, personally, hot take and all that, but like, quite honestly, you know, look at my society right now. Anyway, like, what, you know, a lot of popular culture. I mean, shit, dude. Game of Thrones had sex, gore, and violence in it constantly, and that was like the most popular pop fiction show for like a decade, basically.
That's fair. No, you know, you're totally right, actually. But this takes a step above that, kind of, because
I get what you're saying, though.
Because it's animated, they can go so much further with
yeah,
with what is depicted.
Yeah.
Like, remember the bit with the mom and the son?
That was interesting. Yeah. Which, by the way, if you didn't know, his mom actually like passed away 3 weeks later.
I mean, like, I wasn't gonna say much just because I don't know. That's a neat bit, but
well, if anything, it should give people more inspiration because it triggers that aww feeling in people. So
that's true. It is. That last episode's super cute.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that I cried, but I thought about the possibility.
Oh, I can't. No, yeah, I came close multiple times. It's like I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Because like it's not inherently sad. It's just what they're talking about that makes you go, yeah. Okay, never mind. It is inherently sad. I just remember what they were talking about. But barring the inherent sadness, it's that compounded with the issues that have been brought up throughout the entirety of the show. It's such an emotional experience.
Yeah.
All right, we've talked this to death. What time is it? Are we done? Can we stop?
Yeah, we can. Well, we have 3 minutes left on the record. If you want to be
I
anal about
think we're good. I'm not gonna. I'll get all the other shinies off camera.
Yeah. Okay. But
do you have any closing notes? What are
What
you gonna title this episode, by the way? Because you already messed up naming it this show.
The Midnight
Ty the
Gospel
Tasmanian Tiger Part 2, The Midnight Gospel.
Midnight
Part
Gospel
2.
2 Electric Boogaloo.
Fair enough.
No, but closing thoughts. Please go watch it, not just because we like it, not just because it's a great show, not just because
it might
tries
help you.
to... Yeah, not just because it tries to help you, but because of all of those at the same time. You know?
It's got a show that has a message, and it's an important message.
And, like, really...
And if you choose to pick up on that, or if you choose to find your own message, more power. But, great fucking show.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but again, when's the last time a show's actually tried to have a message beyond, hey, keep watching more of our show, this is pretty cool, isn't it? Haha, we'll be back here Sunday nights at 8, you know, like...
Alright, I've got one more thought, actually. Do you want a season 2?
Dude, that was what I was actually gonna say. My major flaw with it was that after 9 episodes, it was like, oh, wait, fuck, there isn't more? I can't keep watching this? Like, I want more,
See,
man.
like, I gotta disagree with you there.
Really?
I think I am a notable hater of sequels, though, just personally. I think we're good. I honestly, I think it made its message, and I'm happy. It doesn't have much, unless obviously I can be pleasantly surprised and it can just blow me out the water with season 2, which.
Well, I think
they bring on like an actual demon who tells me what death is, but
I think it's because your biggest concern is quality control, which is a very
yeah. Once you start bringing out seasons 2, 3, it stops becoming all right, important message, impactful comedy, whatever, and it just becomes money printer go burr.
Yeah, you say that, but personally, like I Pendleton Ward's a bizarre, passionate person. Trestle, because I forgot his first name for some reason.
Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan Trestle is a very passionate, crazy person just like them. Like, I think this is lightning in a bottle that if they can keep capturing it, I'm all for it. You know, granted, it's possible that they will mess this up, but I think personally they can go somewhere. I think this is kind of not going to be touched by money too much.
I hope not. It is, you know, most popular thing on Netflix right now, so money does things to people, my guy.
No, I understand that, but maybe I'll link you something and you can watch it, and then you'll see. Oh, okay, he does actually have passion, because Duncan Trussell is the guy basically running the show, and
Alright.
yeah. Anyway.
I think we should call it there on this majestic shot of Ty in front of a waterfall.
Yeah, which I want to point out, because we've been ignoring the game this whole time. You say this is like your least favorite level, but God,
It's
this
not.
level's beautiful.
It's not my least favorite. There are worse levels. I just didn't like this one.
But look how pretty it is.
Well, yeah, but like there's 7 shinies that I'm missing. They could be anywhere, dude.
Ah, I see.
I gotta trek this over off camera. That's gonna suck. Good night, viewers.